What's good, my G?
What's going on with
How you feeling, boss?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How you feeling, boss?
Good, good. How you doing?
Chilling, man. Can't complain over here, man.
That's what's up.
How you and the fam holding up during, man, the crazy world we live in right now?
Yeah, it's real crazy, but
Yeah,
just blessed to be, to be alive right now and everybody around me healthy. I'm healthy. So it's a great feeling, man. That's all I can ask for right now.
thanks, for sure. Well, I want to say, man, I appreciate you for joining in with me, bro. Shout out to A Will for setting it up. Definitely was a good lookout for him. But like I said, I just want to thank you for coming on, man. Take time out your day. I know you're a busy guy, so I really appreciate it, man. I can't hear you a little bit. You went out.
I appreciate you having me. No, go ahead. Let's talk to me. Let me set
For
this up.
sure, for sure. To start off, bro, for those who don't know, give them a quick little rundown, where you from, how was it growing up for you and stuff like that.
And my mom starts from Chicago. Um, Pretty much South Side over East. I
Yeah,
heard you had Fave on, so I know he's repping over East hard.
yeah, yeah.
South Side over East guy. Been playing basketball since I was the age of 2 years old. So I played my whole life. Played a few years professionally. Went to Whitney Young High School.
Yeah,
Played at Oregon State, University of Illinois, and played 5 years professionally. And now I started my own training business here in Chicago.
for sure. Respect, respect. Some of these questions, bro, I'm gonna kind of put you on the spot a little bit, but it's all love, though. I know you can. I know you can get through it.
Now let's do it.
The first question I always start off with is, for you, who is the GOAT? MJ, Kobe, or Bron, and then put them through your order.
Ah, man. I'm automatically go with Mike
Okay.
first.
Okay.
The body of work in a short time frame is incredible.
Facts.
Kobe played with 20 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Brian probably will get to 20, if not more, the way his body be holding up.
Yeah.
But Mike did in about 12, 13, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So just the 6 rings. I'm not a big guy. A lot of people look at the finals record. That don't really do it for me.
Okay.
I don't care. To me, it sits on how many rings you got, not how many times you got there. If
Yeah.
you don't make the playoffs or you lose in the first round, which Mike did a bunch of times,
Yeah.
that's an L. Like,
Okay.
to me, the L is an L. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The finals record don't mean nothing. The loss, second place versus eighth, you ain't win.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna still go with Mike just because at the end of the day he was just getting it done. When he got to the throne, it wasn't nobody taking him off until he jumped off himself.
Facts.
So I'm
Facts.
gonna go with Mike. Uh, Dang, it's so hard, man. I personally like LeBron just because of his total body of work.
Okay.
But it's just no recipes of Kobe. It's no touching his dog, his tenacity, his work ethic. It's
Yeah.
no touching that. And he achieved a
Facts.
lot of things coming from that. And then he also became a better teammate down
Mm-hmm.
the line, mentoring guys and just working with the guys he had. But I think I'm gonna go with LeBron and Kobe. I think.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Do you think, since you don't go by finals record, do you think LeBron will ever pass MJ or Kobe?
Oh, just as far as rings.
Okay, so like some people, how people say it's Mike. Mike is the GOAT. The 6-0. You know what I'm saying? Do
Mm-hmm.
you think they comparing finals records? You know what I'm saying? You said you're not going by the finals records. Do you
No,
think
I'm
that
not.
LeBron having the finals record that he has, if he wins two more and maybe pass Kareem at all time points, do you think that'll be more? All right, now LeBron, the GOAT hands down, no matter what you say.
It's gonna be tough for anybody to say that just based on
Okay.
eras and all those people, especially the
Yeah.
old heads. Everybody. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. J was the world, and then Magic was the world,
Yup.
and then Kareem. So
Bird. Yup.
it just depends. It just you got to take a look at that. But I think LeBron can do enough to get close.
Okay. All right.
It's
Respect.
six. It's 6 losses. So a lot of people, like I said, I'm not gonna hold it against him.
Yeah.
But I think he need another ring.
Okay.
But I think in my eyes, he's the second best player ever to play the game right now.
Thanks. Okay. I respect that.
Yeah.
For you, bro, who was your favorite player growing up? Like, who was you constantly watching, trying to take moves from to help emulate your game?
No brainer. If we talking about the NBA, it's a no brainer. It's Allen Iverson.
Facts. Yeah.
It's no, but he was everything to me.
Yeah.
Uh, as a kid, as a really young kid, especially, it was him. I wanted all the shoes. I had the braids. So growing up,
Yeah.
people check out my IG and all the way. Growing up, I had the braids with the headband. Number 3 forever.
Yeah.
My first tattoo was like his. Only the strong survive. The
Yeah.
cross. Like he was everything to me. So I mocked all that. Just his quickness, his speed, his aggression at that size. Like, you know, say he pound for pound the best player. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying, to play the game. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna ride with anything he do.
Facts. Okay. So if I was to ask you to give me your top 5 players in the league right now, who would be your top 5?
Top 5 players in the league.
You know, no injuries, nothing like that. So, you know,
Like
straight up.
everybody in prime form. Everybody
Yeah.
in the name.
Facts. Yeah.
That's tough. Like right this moment,
Mm-hmm.
today. It's LeBron James.
Okay.
It's Kevin Durant.
Okay.
I like Dame Dollar.
Okay.
It's hard. I'm not a Steph fan.
Ooh, I'm with you, bro. I'm not a big Steph fan either, bro. I'm glad somebody with me on that.
I'm big with you. I'm probably everybody say I be hating. All my guys say I
I
be
ain't no
hating.
hater, bro. I'm just not a fan of them, bro. You know, look, we can take the heat together, bro. We ain't Steph fans.
No. We can definitely take that. I'm just not a Steph fan. I give him his kudos. Like I
Yeah.
just think definitely give him his kudos. He's best shooter ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to guard him when you shooting the ball. As soon as you cross half, somebody got to check you. So that's make you hard to guard. I can't lie. But I just think a part of me just think he's soft.
Yeah. Okay.
He run away from his matchups. I say this to everybody, and they think I be hating, but it's just I know I get he got game plans. I got Steve Kerr got game plans, and you know that's why they got them guys. Clay when they had KD, Draymond, Iguodala, Sean Livingston. They can defend. They better defenders. That's what they do. But sometimes I'm gonna take that matchup. I'm gonna get some nuts and I'm gonna figure it out. So But to your question, Dame.
So you said Bron, KD, Dame. Okay, then who your last 2?
I'm gonna go Luka.
I'm not mad at that. Okay.
I'm gonna go Luka. He doing a lot right now, especially we talking just regular season stuff. I mean, he performed in the playoffs, but if you just look at today's regular season stats, that's a lot.
Facts. Okay. That last one, not impressive, bro.
It's either Steph or Joel Embiid for me.
Ooh, no Kawhi, no Giannis, no.
No, I can't stand Giannis.
Can't stand.
That's he's really good. Don't get me wrong, really good. I think Joel is being real dominant right now, but
hey, but you gotta throw Jokic in there too. Then Jokic hooping right now.
I like Jokic a lot.
Yeah, but he ain't cracking that 5 though, huh?
A whole lot. He not cracking the 5, but he'll go right. He definitely top 10. I really like Jokic.
Facts.
Really
okay.
Like but I'm gonna go with Joel at 5.
All right, I ain't mad at that. For you, bro, what's your favorite basketball moment of your career?
Favorite basketball moment. It's been a lot of special things, but one that I hang my hat on my championship. We won state championship at Whitney Young in 2009.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me. And then as well as just another moment, 2010, we went back to the championship, but in the Final Four, I had a buzzer beater to send us to the championship that year. So that was everything, and it's nothing like playing against your family and friends and doing something like that. So it was huge.
That game winner you hit, I think I remember that. Who was that on again?
It was on Waukegan.
Okay.
They had a guy, Jeremy Richmond.
Yeah.
Who I talked to him the other day. Actually, he said he's supposed to tune in, but he was everything. Man, he the best guy. I tell everybody he was the best guy I ever played with. And because we played together, Mac Urban Fire, and he was everything. So I'm heading that shot against them. They was talking so much stuff. We got into a fight at halftime. Like They was talking stuff before the game, halftime. So to hit that and send him home, like we ended his career. We won state against him the year before. So
Damn.
yeah, so we ended that season for him, and then to end his career basically on the next one, that was tough.
Man,
Yeah.
so y'all was playing AAU like the summer before the
Right,
year. Oh, okay. Oh, so
right.
he was just going at it with you, huh?
Nah, but that was my guy though. Like
Yeah,
I mean, we clicked on the court. Like
yeah,
we clicked on the court. I played with them. I only went to Mac Urban for like a month. It was for the Peach Jam, a big tournament, best
yeah,
tournament ever in my opinion, and a
yeah.
few more. And we had a crazy team. Myself, Wayne Blackshear, Jeremy Richmond, Tim Hardaway Jr., Myers Leonard, like
Tim
everybody was on
Hardaway
that.
was on that team too?
Yes,
Man,
yes.
y'all
He
was
was coming
cheating,
off
bro.
Tim was coming off the bench.
Y'all was
And
cheating, bro. I did not know that.
no,
I did not know that.
it's one of the best teams on paper like ever. So that was special. But to hit the shot on Jay Rich and them after all the trash talking they was doing, and then that's my guy too. But it was
Yeah,
big time.
facts. Okay. Um, Man, this question, man, being from the Shy, bro, you can name a bunch of people. But for you, bro, who was your toughest matchup ever? You know what I'm saying? Just you could do high school, college, or pickup ball, pro am ball. Who was that tough dude for you?
Uh, Man, we definitely played against some good ones. I ain't
Facts.
gonna lie, I feel like I got the best of most people. Um, but one person that stood out that was tough was somebody comment on that shot right now. Mike Springs is the guy I hit the shot on the buzzer beat on. He just hit me. He always messing with me. What I was about to say. It's a lot of guys. I know my senior year, Mike McCall was a tough one.
Oh yeah,
Mike McCall was tough as a senior. We got them both times, but he had a hell of a game both games.
yeah,
The first game I had a matchup against him, and he was tough. I mean, he was hitting everything, double pump shots from almost three. Like it was tough. It was a tough matchup. Kevin Dillard, when I was a sophomore, he was a senior, and we
hmm
always played HF. He was tough. He's probably the best PG at the time at that year. So man, it's a lot of guys you just run into in the city.
yeah.
Those two off the top of my head, probably.
Right. Especially
Without
going to
saying,
Whitney Young, bro. Y'all play some crazy teams, bro. Like
no, we played everybody, man.
facts. Yeah.
I was sticking to Chicago, but we played
Yeah.
Quinn Cook, Josh Selby, Victor
Oh, okay.
Oladipo. That's
Yeah.
one team though, actually. The Mather one team was Quinn Cook, Josh Selby, who was number one at the time. P9 in the NBA. People who don't know him now, but he was
Yeah.
number one. Victor Oladipo and Jeremy Grant that was just on Denver, that's on Detroit now. They was all on one team. Uh, they was unreal, but we only lost to them by like single digits.
Yeah.
But guys playing like Quinn Cook, playing, Terrence Ross and stuff like that. It was
Yeah.
crazy,
So
crazy.
you played them for Whitney Young, or that was
No,
Mac
those were
Irvin.
the young games. Those were the young games.
Damn. Where y'all play
Um,
them at?
those in Hawaii. Both of those are in Hawaii, but we also played
Okay.
Oak Hill and at Marquette. We played Mater Dei. That was number one in the country. In Boston, like we was everywhere.
Yeah, y'all got right with y'all schedule, bro.
Yeah.
I know you kind of hit it on the head in the beginning, bro, but like, so you've been playing ball since you was 2, right?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
was that? Who was that person that actually put the ball in your hand, or was it just something that you grew natural to?
It was my father.
Hmm
Don Starks. It was, he was everything. He put me in a position to do all the things I did and the things I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So it was him, put the ball in my hand. I go to the health club with him downtown, follow him down there. Shooting basketballs in the corner at 2 years old. They had a little bitty rim in the corner. I'm shooting on there.
Yeah.
Then at like 5, I started playing organized leagues like little French fry basketball and small fry,
Yeah.
and it just went on from there. So it was. I'm grateful for him doing that. It like influenced. It put together my whole life basically just from him doing that. So it was great.
Thanks. So around like, when was that moment when you really, really realized like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do with my life? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we may do it as a kid, and then we may get to middle school, we might fall in love with something else. So
Yeah.
was that from the beginning that you knew, all right, this is what I'm gonna do for my entire life, or is this some like middle school when I did this? That's when I was like, all right, but now I'm gonna, go all the way with it.
For me, it was my whole life.
Yeah.
Ever since I had it, and I knew I was kind of good at it, and it
Hmm.
just went on. I played soccer too when I was a kid, but I
Okay.
always knew we always had the conversation at the crib like it's gonna have to stop at some point, and because
Yeah.
basketball was it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
but yeah, it was definitely something I knew almost from day one that I was gonna do this.
Facts. Okay. Not to get too personal or anything like that, bro, but what's something that you overcame that you proud of today that kind of made you the person you are now?
A couple things.
Hmm.
It's a couple things I'll say. For one, just the fact of like you all the people who aren't that tall get overlooked.
Yeah.
For one, I'm gonna say that.
Facts.
I never really I never thought about it as a kid.
Hmm.
But now I see how it goes, like as an adult and as I'm older and how it affected me. But as a kid, especially, I was killing everybody. It
Yeah.
never affected me. I never thought about it. I never even looked at it. Like I'm looking at him like he the same size. I'm
Yeah.
about to get this basket. But that was one, just overcoming what I did at my size. And I look today, I'm like, these kids huge. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I look at the guys I was playing against, and I'm like, damn, y'all really are tall. But
Yeah.
like, I was still cooking, and so to do things I was doing at my size was amazing.
Facts.
I look back on it, and so that's one thing. Um, Another thing is a lot of people don't know this. That so like I'm in my left eye, I'm partially blind.
Hmm.
And that happened to me during my first professional season in Sweden. I woke up one day and I was seeing double, and like I gotta go to practice. So I didn't even know. Actually, I didn't notice until I got to the gym, and I'm like, damn, what's going on? Like, am I still asleep or something? Like, I'm wiping my eyes. I'm shooting the ball. I'm seeing the rim double, and I played a few games like that, trying to get checked on in between. But overseas, like, it's a different comment. That's something we can
Yeah.
touch on later. But like, they want you to play. You got to play.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I was playing. I was still, had some decent games, like 14 points, another game with 10, like with seeing double.
Yeah.
So after a while, it was like, man, I gotta go home. My father had cancer at the time and this eye thing, so I said I gotta go home. So I went. I was getting shots in my eye, like big needles poked in my eye for 6 months, once a month, just to be able to play, just to get the fluid out and be able to go back to normal. So I'm still, when I close one eye, like this left eye, I'm still you kind of blurry right now when I
Yeah.
close one eye. So, but with both eyes, I'm good. But just to overcome that and continue my professional career, to be able to perform while having that as a disadvantage, being able to continue to cook at my size with this little height thing. I mean, with the eye thing, it was something that I'm proud that I overcame.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Like I said, I can't even imagine that, my G. Especially trying to hoop, man. You can't really see right. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you, bro, for for sticking through it. Cause man, if I'm seeing double, I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Cause you can mess around and not see something, not see the ball correctly, you run into somebody, make it worse. So I
Yeah.
really, what I'm saying, respect your hustle and your grind to keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's big. I can't even. When you said the shots in the eye, bro, you kind of made me like weak stomach. Like, oh, I can't
Yeah.
imagine that.
I'm watching the needles go in my eye and everything. Like I can see that you kind of numb it up, but
Man.
it was impressive. Not too many people know about that. Like that, like hurt my professional career a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because teams, they got to get all them reports.
Yeah.
They got to get them reports and they got to know what's going on. So it hurt my career a little bit. Then I sat out a year and a half between that and my father passing away. I had to take a step back for a second and kind of handle everything. He was my everything. So,
Yeah.
I had to handle everything for him. I'm an only child, so I had to do it all.
Yeah.
Um, so being able to come back into the game, when you miss a year in this game, it
Mm-hmm.
hurts you as a pro, especially. So it hurts you. And so being able to just come back and continue for what it was like 3-4 years after that. So it was a blessing, and I'm happy that's something I overcame.
Facts. That's big, bro. Like I said, I commend you on that.
Appreciate it.
So man, what led to the Whitney Young being the route you're gonna take to go to high school? You know what I'm saying? Because you know, in Chicago, it's a lot of teams a lot of schools you can go to. That's you know what I'm saying that can get you there.
Mhm.
Well, what
No.
ultimately led to you going to Whitney Young?
Uh, it's a no-brainer. It was Tyrone Slaughter.
Yeah, legendary.
Um, in the dream that, and so yeah, we kind of joke with him all the time, cause my group is kind of the reason he legendary right now.
Yeah,
Like we got him his first ring, and a lot of great players that was in that on that floor with me. Um, but the reason I went is because I was going to Hales. You heard of
mhm,
Hales Franciscan before? Like I was
yeah,
going to, so Jerome Randall was like my big brother. That was the
yeah,
guy. Man, he used to stay at my house all the time. He used to take me to school in the morning.
yeah,
That was everything for me. He was everything. So I was going to Hales. My dad went to Hales. It was a done deal. But when Ty got the job again at Whitney Young, he sold us on having this national schedule and being in one of these top tier teams. And my parents also sold on the education at the time.
thanks.
I'm a Whitney Young education, so that was big. But outside of that, Ty selling that how are we gonna be a powerhouse, and the people we were bringing in, and everything came true. It was the right move. Um,
How did you meet Ty? Did you know Ty beforehand, or did you?
we
He was
did
like,
know Ty beforehand because I played for Ferrari.
okay,
Played for Ferrari, so Ty was the head of that program.
okay,
One of the heads for sure, and played for Ferrari at a young age, and that kind of set it all up.
yeah,
And I remember, I think Ty, I knew when Neon was an option coming like seventh grade,
yeah,
and then it was kind of for sure when eighth grade we went to this Boo Williams tournament in Virginia,
yeah,
and I'm 13, so I was young for my class. I'm
okay,
13, but I get MVP at 15 under Boo Williams, like big time tournament, like all the best players. And Ty was on the bench; he was coaching with my dad for that one, and it was
yeah,
just like, yeah, this is a no brainer.
yeah.
He
You
was
knew
like,
Whitney
yeah,
Young was the choice.
it was a wrap at that point.
Thanks. How is it playing for Ty, man? You know what I'm saying? Us not from the outside, we don't really know him as a person, but we know him as a coach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So playing for Ty, man, how was it for playing for him and just being a part of that Whitney Young, program?
One, it was amazing. Let alone, I'm gonna say Ty hilarious. Like
Yeah,
he one of the funniest guys. He one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet. And but it's cool. Like he's relatable. He's a hell of a motivator. And so once you're in those settings, when it's go time, you know what I'm saying, Ty gonna ride with you and you gonna ride with Ty. Like
yeah,
when he got that confidence in you, sky's the limit. And now he's one of the big guys in the city for sure at the top of the throne right now. It's
right,
been that way. Like you in good graces with him, the sky's the limit. So like that's a good choice, for a lot of kids that got some potential to do. Obviously, everybody can't get in that school academic wise,
thanks.
and you got to be kind of a chosen few. But it's a good look for anybody to do. So playing for Ty was amazing. Just him we were fortunate enough to get a good group of guys in there as well with me, and you just let them play after that. You coach, you teach principles. You still
Yeah,
got to teach kids because they're young. So we were still young, so you got to teach certain things. You have a staff around that can do X's and O's, that can understand the game from a player's perspective. But outside of that, you put them in position to play, and we was just going.
yeah,
And so it's a great thing over there.
thanks. Okay. Coming from a program like Whitney Young, how did it help you translate into college? You know what I'm saying? Because college is a totally different ball game from high school. You know what I'm saying? So what was the
Totally
biggest
different animal.
adjustment you had to make mentally and towards your game to help make sure that you succeed in college?
Um, for one, so it was mostly you got it on the circuit, but then when you get it night in and night out, you playing against bigger guys 24/7.
Yeah,
So now I'm going to college, and this is where my height I started to notice it a little bit. In Chicago, you don't really see it. You rarely get bigs. I know Jaleel came. I had Tommy Hamilton at one point, but like
yeah.
Cliff, you don't get bigs like that in
Nope.
Chicago often. So I'm going to college, and we was playing a 1-3-1 at Oregon State at first, and I'm in the back of the 1-3-1. He wanted to put me in the back, and I'm in here battling with Nikola Vucevic, who on the
Ooh,
Magic, 7-footer, who tough. He real good.
Yeah.
I'm battling with him, and they got another 6'10" dude. It's like, what you want me to do back here? But it was just adjusting to that type of stuff. So I got to box these guys out, but it made you tougher. It made me tougher. And then anybody who knew my game at the time, they knew I was a mid-range assassin.
Yeah.
Still got it. It never left me. Super mid-range guy. But I ended up leaving Oregon State in 3 years. And I didn't even do the fourth because I transferred to Illinois. But in 3 years, I was the all-time leading three-point shooter. So your game expanded. My game expanded. And when I couldn't shoot it, but now it was like, okay, let me expand this range. I may not be able to get all the way in there every time.
Yeah.
So if I can knock this down, it helps with I'm also quick. So if I can get you biting on this like Steph, I can get you biting out here. I can beat you anytime I want to. So that's just two big adjustments that made, and being a better defender and coming with it 24/7. In Chicago, you can take plays off. I'm gonna tell you, in Chicago, some of the best guys. I'm not saying anybody could take plays off. That would be a mistake.
Yeah.
But like the best guys, you can take some plays off here and there. But you need to correct that now, so it's not a bad habit later. Whether you're good enough or not, these coaches not gonna let you take plays off. And I want to say for any of my young guys that's watching, like, they got to get on that now. You ain't got time. These coaches, they got $1 million contracts. They not about to play you when you bullshitting. Today, you bullshitting this day. I'm going to go with the guy I'm going to spend my money on, hang my hat on the guy who's bringing it every day. Yeah. So that's what I kind of preach when I'm in the gym with them. But it's like I had to bring it every day or else I was sitting on that bench. I ain't come out to Oregon to sit on nobody's bench. I just came from being that guy. You know what I'm saying? So once I got that, I started the rest of my career pretty much, so that was some adjustments you had to make, bringing it every day.
Nice. Now, how was the recruiting process for you? You know what I'm saying, for Whitney Young? Was it stressful? Was it like blowing you up? You know what I'm saying? Crazy you
when I was from Whitney Young to college?
Like, was it a stressful one for you? I know some people enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Some people think it's too stressful because, like, this is like one of the biggest moments of your life. You know what I'm saying? This is what you got to do to get to that, to the NBA, to the pro, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do.
It was kind of stressful. It was heavy on my mind. I committed kind of early, though. I committed like a month before my junior season started to Oregon State, and I didn't want to. My dad kind of put the pedal to the metal on that one. We went back and forth about that, and I didn't want to do. I had a process in my mind. I'm a thinker. Sometimes I'm an overthinker, but I had a process. I wanted to wait until the end. I wanted to go through the whole process and then make a firm decision. And he was sold on, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have the ball in your hands, blah, blah, blah. We know I had a good relationship with Craig Robertson, the coach at the time, who was Michelle Obama's brother. So Michelle Obama to Whitney Young as well. But Craig went to Mount Carmel, but my dad knew him, I guess, when they were younger. But then I also had a relationship just growing up. So, somebody you trust, and it's good playing for a black coach as well. So that was good. But kind of put that to the kind of got that going early. So we got that out the way. But later, before signing day, I'm cooking. So when I went over to the Fire, in that 1 month, I go from like a top 100 player to number 28th in the country. I'm like pushing McDonald's and everything. So I got people coming in from everywhere. It's Cal, USC, it's other places coming in, like trying to kind of sneak something in on the backside. And so Cal almost got me because, as I mentioned, Jerome Randall, who went to Hale, went to Cal. So they had like the inside scoop, and they was selling me on trying to get me into the Jordan game, and we don't got no point guard. Once Jerome leave, you can step in. That sound like everything to me. That's my brother. So Coach Rob got a hold of that, a little bit, that they was calling and all type of stuff. So they brought this big old thing, and I don't know, as a kid, I just kind of was like, you know what, dang, I'm gonna just go stick to what I said I was gonna do, type of thing. But a part of me was like, damn, I could have went to Cal. You know what I'm saying? And it would, you gotta have all those thoughts. And USC, Kevin O'Neal was the coach at the time. Who he had some NBA stints and stuff, but he got in trouble for, like, people be throwing a little money around and stuff like that. So I was in that position. He wanted to have a private meeting with me in Vegas. But my parents were like, no, we want to go. We want to keep it. You know, we don't know what that conversation is. We don't know what's going to come out of that, but we kind of want to keep it, do this thing the right way.
Yeah.
And when I look back at it, I'm like, shit,
You
we need
dodged
to
the
have that
bullet.
conversation. But no. But it was the right thing to do. Just kind of play it safe and try to figure it out on your own. But I wish I would at least had a conversation with him just to see.
Yeah.
But that part was a lot going on at the time. But once we signed, sealed, delivered the national letter of intent, it was home free. It was a good feeling after that, and I just got to focus on my senior season.
Nice. So for sure, if it wasn't Oregon State, it was Cal for sure.
Yeah, it was probably gonna be Cal. Yeah.
So what was okay? So what was your dream school to go to if you could?
As a young kid, I really liked Duke,
Uh-huh.
but when I got a little older, dream school was definitely Louisville.
Did Louisville offer you or no?
Louisville did not offer me.
Man, so how did you go on any visits though?
Oregon State, Northwestern, Valpo. That was my first offer, so that was like eighth gradish, eighth grade freshman year, right around there. So that was probably my only 3 visits, if I'm not mistaken. Like I
You
didn't
said
go
the
through the
other ones
process.
came kind of late after you played with Mac Irvin, right?
Yeah, they came late because I had committed early, so I would have
Yeah.
had more visits, more opportunity to do all that stuff. But I was supposed to take a visit to Cal, and we was kind of like trying to play it as like, oh, you just gonna go visit Jerome,
Yeah.
ooh, type of thing, because he was gonna be a senior, but we never did it. So
Yeah.
I didn't go through the process like everybody, like I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Um, but it is what it is. But I definitely wish I would have though. Definitely wish I would have done it.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, I don't want to say regret, but do you kind of wish you would have waited a little bit longer to see what would have laid out on the table for you?
For sure. For sure. I definitely wish I would have waited and just saw it all through. Kind of just my original plan. Not to say I wouldn't
Yeah.
have still went to Oregon State.
Yeah.
Just
For
to see
sure.
what other coaches, but to see what the other coaches got to say, what other systems, even academically, what I would pursue type of thing. Of course, at the time you really thinking about basketball, but
Yeah.
you just want to see what everybody's gonna say to you. You know, what opportunity, what's the best opportunity for you? And I remember Mac Irvin, like the Godfather Mac, the original. Like I
Yeah.
remember he called me. Well, he talked to me at the Peach Jam. He was like, "Man, if you had been with us longer and held off, I could have had you at Kansas or something like that." Like,
And
and because I was cooking. Like I'm talking about, we cooking Will Barton, we cooking everybody. Um, Bradley Beal at 27 on Bradley Beal them.
ooh.
Like all these top guys I didn't play against, and that was the best part of just being on the circuit. So I look forward to some of my guys who I'm training now to get that opportunity again and
Yeah.
showcase what they can do. But I wish I would have just heard more people and just had a chance to just see. Not to say I wouldn't still went to Oregon State, like I said, but
Yeah.
just to get a feel for different coaches.
Thanks. Okay. And then the next level, you elevate from college into playing pro ball. What was the biggest adjustments of playing pro ball? That's another different style of play.
Yes. One, just the adjustment, just the lifestyle of just being away from everybody.
Yeah.
And when you go over there by yourself, it's tough. Some people had their families with them, like Jerome. Later, eventually had his wife come with him and things like that. That's a big plus. And I experienced that because when I was in Australia, I lived with him for a little bit. I lived with them, and I
Okay.
experienced how much it is to have a support system there with you. It's big.
For
It's
sure.
huge, but by yourself, it's hard. But you got to suck it up. It's a job. You are there to earn your money, but you working for somebody, so it's not a vacation.
Yeah.
It's business, and so the biggest adjustment was just dealing with some of the language barriers.
Mm-hmm.
I had some of that. Some of the places I had spoke English, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
when I got to Brazil and Macedonia and China, it was tough. You deal with some tough stuff, but you deal with that versus style of play too. Depending on it can be anywhere, but a lot of European style they like the point guard to be a straight facilitator.
Yeah.
If you got those guys around you, that's just what they come from. So it depends on the coach, just like here.
Yeah.
But I'm a scorer. And not to say I was had a great IQ. So I understand, when to get guys shots, when to get guys going and things like that. But I'm a scorer first and foremost. And that's what I
Yeah,
do really best. So I don't want anybody to take that from me. And some people did, but you can deal with that anyway.
facts,
So it's a big lifestyle difference more so than anything.
facts. What was some of the like? Where were you at when you played pro ball?
Um, so Sweden, Australia, Canada, China, Brazil, and then did Macedonia for a little bit when I finished up.
Man, when you were out there, like, how long did it take you to adjust to that lifestyle, that time zone, man, the food, you know what I'm saying, like,
That's another thing, the food and stuff like that, and that's different. That's real
yeah,
different. So you gotta learn how to cook a little bit, and
yeah,
um, it's tough, man. It's tough. Different type of foods all over, different type of people that you gotta adjust to, and because it's bigger than just hooping. And
yeah,
a lot of guys
facts,
don't get that. They get that when they understand that a little more when they go to college, and then it's
mm-hmm.
another level when you go overseas. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's a lot.
You was over there eating some crazy food, bro.
Yeah, I mean, China was trying to feed people like, chicken feet and stuff like that. Other shit, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got none of that. We don't do all that.
So what was the most craziest food you had? Did you eat that chicken feet, bro?
I never ate it.
You never ate it.
And when I was in China, I was eating straight vegetables. I probably ate the healthiest ever because I wasn't touching some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Some crazy food. I don't know. It's probably something else that was in China. I can't recall that. I was just like, nah, I ain't doing that no more.
Man, most of the people I have on here, they say, bro, I was eating chicken and rice.
Yeah, a lot of
They say
rice, a
chicken and
lot of
rice is
rice.
all they ate. I was like, damn, you don't get tired of that? They were like, bro, if not, I was gonna starve.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough
Yeah,
with some stuff, but like Australia was dope. The
yeah,
food and everything. It's pretty Americanized over there, so that was one of my favorites. I say Sweden, I was eating like different kebab type of stuff, so like
yeah.
chicken kebabs.
But Canada wasn't that bad though, right? Cause they damn near.
Canada was
I was
pretty
like,
normal.
I'm like, that's damn near U.S. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Damn
it's like
near.
the same thing. It's like the same thing, so it was cool. It was cool.
Okay. All right. So this question right here, bro, is my favorite question to ask anybody from Chicago. Cause some people stumble, but some people don't. So I'm curious to see what you come up with. If you can create an all-time five from the shot, who would be your all-time five? Some look, I'm keeping fair with you because some people take KG, even though he's not from the shot. If you include KG, I give you KG.
I'm not doing KG.
Okay,
An all-time five.
yeah. Yo, 1 through 5, who you rocking with? And you can give me a 6 man if you stumble on somebody.
Can I? Damn. So I gotta get. You want positions, or I can just give you
Hey,
five?
hey, your five. You can be a small ball. You can do the 1 through 5. You can do all guards, all bigs, however you want to do it.
Mm, mm, okay. I'm gonna go with probably gonna be some old school names in here, and I'm gonna go kind of biased too. But I'm
Okay.
gonna go Tim Hardaway.
Ooh, good one. Okay.
I'm gonna go Tim. I'm gonna go Pooh. I gotta go D Rose.
Facts. Okay.
It's
Good
a
point.
must. Um, who else I got? I got it's a tough. Okay, yeah, you said I get a 6 man. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
knew that.
go. So I'm gonna go. I'll go Mark Aguirre.
Ooh, okay. Okay. That's your three?
Throwback. Yeah, throwback guy.
Okay.
Number one pick in the draft back in the day. So I'm gonna go with that. Uh, Quentin Richardson. I'm gonna
Okay.
throw a
Ooh,
Whitney Young alum in there.
got to.
He's either Q is either the first or second best player ever come through Whitney Young. Depending on who you look at, I'm gonna throw Jaleel Okafor in as the either first or second as well. It's one of them two.
Okay.
Then last, I'm gonna throw Antoine Walker.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw Twan in there.
It's your six. I think that's six, right? Yeah, you
No,
said.
that's five. I didn't put Jaleel in there. I'm just
Okay.
that's
Okay. I thought you did.
yeah, that's
Okay.
five. And then it's tough that I took Tim. Just people can go Tim or you can go Isaiah. You can
Yeah.
do that, but I'm gonna throw Jamie Brandon in there. They say
Ooh.
he went to King in the '90s. I think he hold the all-time leading scorer in CPS, I believe.
Okay.
So leader of CPS in scoring, but he was a monster. at the high school level. So I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, yeah. Somebody beat me to in the comments. You ain't gonna throw AD in there? AD, D Wade,
Man,
AD, D Wade. Who else am I missing? Man, Chicago has so many hoopers, bro. It's crazy.
it's so many. Man,
Hey,
it's so
it's
many.
your five though. You know what I'm saying? It's your
It
five.
is, and I guess I'm thinking about just them in high school,
Yeah,
and I'm thinking about what the dominance these players had in high school.
yeah,
Even though Pooh didn't do nothing in high school, like that's my guy. Like love him. I tell him to his face, like he was chilling in high school a lot of times,
yeah,
but because he was way better than everybody, like he could literally turn it on and turn it off, and he
yeah,
was just phenomenal. So he's a special case. AD came on the scene. I didn't know AD as a kid. I didn't know AD until the summer when I go to Oregon State. It's people
mm,
in Oregon like, you know, this guy Anthony Davis, like he killing the AU scene right now from Chicago. I'm like, no, nobody. But like, cause he wasn't on the scene like that. You know,
yeah,
all the top guys know each other.
yeah.
If you didn't really grow up playing with him or something like that,
You
you
ain't
ain't
even
know
know.
him. You
Yeah,
ain't know him from perspectives, none of that. But when he go to 6'10" and he doing all this other stuff, that's different. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So I ain't know him.
And
So
he
I
played
can't
for
put.
Mean Streets too. So it was like y'all
Yeah,
coming from whole two different sides of town, pretty much. You know, not well,
yeah,
not really. Because when my brother played for Mean Streets, they was always at Thornton High School. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. They was coaching at Thornton Tie Streets. Yeah,
Yeah. And then
that's
sometimes
right.
when I used to like I didn't ever play for Mac Urban, but I used to like warm up with them. We was practicing at Morgan Park. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly.
So it's like I don't know. It's like
No,
not
I get it.
everybody from a certain side of town.
But AD is from my side of town though. Like, you know,
Yeah.
AD not too far from me. But he still wasn't. It wasn't a name that I was, you know, concerned with. Like
Yeah.
in the city, like at that time, um, I'm the top player in the city. No, ain't no question about it at that time. And
Yeah.
I ain't know AD. He wasn't on the scene like that.
Yeah.
So I know Wayne Black shit knew him. A couple other my guys that was the under me knew him, but I ain't know him. But when I heard about him, I'm like, oh yeah, like it's gonna be like that. When I saw the footage,
Yeah.
so
So
I can't really put him in there just based off that. I ain't see none of that for real.
yeah, fast. Okay. If you could have five dinner guests, dead or alive, any family member, old president, rapper, anything like that, who would be your five dinner guests to sit, chop it up with, just talk about life, talk about whatever?
I have my dad there.
Mm-hmm.
Dad passed away, so I definitely have him there without question.
So
I go Jay-Z,
okay,
uh, maybe Pac.
okay,
Man. Let me take Tupac out of there. Cause I'm gonna go with my dad, Hove, Brian, Barack. Did I have somebody else? I can go Tupac with that. If I didn't name five, and I put Pac back in there.
okay.
Hove, Pac, LeBron, Barack. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I can
That's
do
a crazy. It's gonna be a crazy talk right there, bro.
that. No, that's the
So,
next level stuff right there.
uh, what has the game taught you that carries into everyday life?
Oh yeah, same things I speak to my kids about.
Mm-hmm.
One, I talk to them about, you know, speaking up for what you want. So I preach heavy. Anybody that's, I see some of the guys that's looking a little bit on here. I speak to them about talking all the time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a talker as a kid. I wasn't a talker on or off the court. And I had to learn that. I
Yeah.
had to get there with that because it's important. That's important for on the court communication, but off the court, you got to speak up for what you want in life. You know,
Yeah.
99% of the time, it's just not going to be handed out.
Yeah.
So you got to speak up for what you want and go get it. So it applies to everything. You got to communicate. You got to learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
So you got to communicate. That's what playing in other countries, going to Whitney Young, going to Oregon State, just being, even when I was a kid at a private school in Kona, I was able to be around, you know, a diverse group of people. So being able to communicate with different kinds of people from the very jump helped me along the way, so I can communicate, so I can, you know what I'm saying, be on the basketball court and talk shit
Yeah.
with my guys, or go holler at one of my guys and get them in the right spot. But then I can also go into this business meeting with these white guys, and you know, and communicate with them as well appropriately. So just to
Yeah.
be a well-rounded individual, that taught me that just dealing with different types of people.
Facts. Okay. Give me your favorite hooping shoe of all time, bro.
Favorite hooping shoe. I just got some, so I give you two, and I just got them both.
Okay.
They the AI, they the questions.
Okay. Facts.
First, the
Yeah.
question, his rookie issue. Just got them. They brand new to the box, and just got sent these pro models. So Twan and them, what they used to wear, the pro models, the original
Yeah.
three stripes. Oh, so cold to me.
Yeah.
So I need, yeah, I'm gonna go with those two.
Okay. What's your favorite basketball movie of
He
all
got game.
time?
He got game. It
A
ain't
lot of
close.
people say that. A lot of people say that.
It's,
Cause
it's, it's not.
mine
It's
is Coach Carter. A lot of people say he got game, hoop dreams, Coach Carter. Some
yeah,
people say love and basketball.
yeah. Some people say like blue chips, which I
Yeah,
haven't. I don't even know. I don't remember blue chips like that. I need to watch it again.
yeah,
People say a lot. He got a game like I don't know. Jesus Shuttlesworth was everything. That
yeah.
boy, that man was cold.
Facts.
I like the storyline, but I like the basketball part of it too. Like when they was hooping outside, like they was hooping, it was
Yeah,
legit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these questions, bro. I'm gonna give you two players. You just tell me who would you rather have on your team. All right, Bron and KD.
Dang. Would I rather have on my team? So am I playing or coaching?
Hey, let me see.
That's the tough part right here.
Let me see. Because if I do, I'm gonna give you the hard one. I'm gonna go coaching.
I'm going Bron.
Bron, okay. You going well? This one, you said it earlier. Steph or Dame.
I'm personally going with Dame. Personally.
Okay. You going Harden or you going Luca?
Dang, I can't stand him. I can't stand James Harden, but I'm going Luca. I'm going
Okay.
Luca. Even though right now it's hard to just go against James Harden, like it's just
Yeah.
hard. But yeah, I'm going with Luca.
You gonna go Kawhi? You gonna go Giannis?
Kawhi.
You gonna go Brad Beal or Jimmy Butler?
I'm going Brad Beal.
Oh, okay. You gonna go Jokic or you going Embiid?
Dang, that's tough. Let's go Jokic.
You gonna go Dirk or Tim Duncan?
I can't stand Tim Dirk.
You can't stand Tim Duncan, bro.
Yeah, as a like, not that he not great. Like
Uh-huh.
I just don't want to watch that.
Hey, I forgot who said that, but somebody was like, no hooper want to ever watch a Tim Duncan highlight tape.
That's a winner. Like that's a winner. Don't get me wrong. That's a winner. He's a competitor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm not knocking nothing about him other than
You just not big on him.
yeah. I'm just not big on him.
Okay. Steve Nash, Jason Kidd.
Steve Nash.
They'll go
Keep my MVP.
Melo or Paul Pierce.
Melo.
Westbrook or D Rose.
Derrick Rose is not a question.
Okay. Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell.
That's tough. Yeah, D Book ain't made the playoffs. None. I can't fault him. I can't fault just him for that. But I may like Devin.
Devin. Okay.
Damn.
And then the last one, you going AI or D Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I was like, yeah, that's his favorite player.
Yeah, that's easy.
All right, bro. Give me your top 5 rappers of all time.
Jay-Z, Tupac. I'm gonna go Drake, Wayne, and Big. It's
Definitely
hard for
five.
me to put like I don't like people who not that I don't like people. I don't get how you can put Biggie as like number one.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like I just don't think he's done enough. That he did
Yeah,
enough. Like that's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he did enough.
true. And it's crazy because some people say the same thing about Pop.
What?
No, they saying like if they would have lived longer, we don't never know what they would have been like today. You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
know. You don't
So
know.
it's just like I don't know. I think they definitely in my top five, both of them. You know what I'm saying? Because
But
20
Pac did a
years later,
lot.
we still bumping their music. We still hearing about them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Pac did a lot though. Like
Facts.
I gotta look up. I remember because I told somebody this, and then at the end of the Tupac movie, they list his accomplishments,
Hmm.
and they like, damn, I didn't know he did all that. Like in 7 years or whatever. Like it was a lot.
Yeah,
But
I give you that.
yeah, I just can't put Big at the top. For he just ain't doing. Like I give you an example.
So
If
we here at
50,
least be in your 10, top 10,
who
big.
I put Big at 5. I put him in that 5.
Okay,
He's in there
okay,
somewhere, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Um, like for example, if 50 had died after the first album, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what you'll say about 50 as a
True,
rapper. The
true.
first album was unreal.
Yeah,
Unreal. It's still it was playing I had it playing today. Like some of them songs playing today, like Get Rich or Die Trying was unreal. But that don't
hands
mean and
down.
not to say the rest of his albums was weak, because
Yeah,
I don't think they was weak. But they didn't live up to that first one.
yeah,
And so if he died after that first, you might be like, same thing you think about Big, like, oh man, he on top. Or he
yeah,
one of the greatest. And really 50 not really one of the greatest rappers,
yeah,
pure rappers. He doing a lot of other good stuff, but as far
yeah.
as a rapper, he not at the top of that list.
No, 50 probably definitely in my 15, 20.
He's one of my favorites. Don't get me wrong, just because that's
Yeah.
probably what I grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what introduced me to rap was Get Rich or Die Trying for real.
The album, right? Wait,
Yeah, the album, not the movie.
because when the movie come out, the same time as the
The
album,
movie
or was
came
it?
out like 3 years later. Cause I was
Okay,
thirsty to go see that, but it was
okay,
like I'm talking about the album came out like 02, 03,
okay,
and that's when
okay,
I was like big on the rap scene. I guess at that point,
okay.
like I was like
Makes
10,
sense.
11.
Okay. If you could listen to 3 albums, mixtapes, EPs, whatever you want to call it, 3 of them for the rest of your life, what would be your 3?
I'll probably mix it up and I'll say I'm gonna try to think about it because I'm gonna mix it up and go some from Hove, some from Drake, some from Wayne.
No,
And
I give
then
you mine.
go
Mine
ahead.
is the Kanye graduation album.
Tough.
That
That's
one. Nip, the Victory Lap album.
tough. Damn.
And then my last one is American Gangster by Jay-Z.
And I'm surprised you said that, but that's your favorite. Like that's one. That's got to be
If
your
it ain't
favorite.
that one, it's definitely The Carter by Wayne.
The first one.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. See, I think for Wayne, it's gonna be. Even though I like the Carter 3,
No
2.
Ceilings is in there too.
Right. I was listening to No Ceilings today. Like so, it's either No Ceiling. Me and the guys talk about this all the time. It's either No Ceilings or the Drought. It's like the Drought 3 for Wayne. It's like one of them is like unreal.
Yeah.
I was telling one of my high school guys, I was like, man, you think Lil Wayne weak, don't you? I'm like, yeah, he's sorry. Like, I'm like, y'all, you just young. Like, you don't understand. Like, he was at the top of the game.
Yeah.
Like you don't understand the run he had. You know what I'm saying? So it's either No Ceilings or the Drought 3 from
Yeah.
Wayne.
Hey, when Wayne hit that lighter flick, bro, over with.
It's over.
It's over with. Once you hit that little,
It's
it's over
going
with.
crazy.
Yeah.
Man, so that Wayne, I'm a big Drake fan.
Thanks.
I'm a big Drake fan, and it's tough for me to pick an album though. Like, so if I have to, it may go back to So Far Gone on the mixtape,
Ooh. Okay.
which really brought him out. That really brought him out.
I'm not mad at that. Okay.
I like shit. I like all. I like views. I like all that stuff. But
That Take Care one was different though.
Take Care changed the game for him.
It was
It changed, and
different.
it's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of telling people. It's a lot of singing on there as well. But so what? I don't care about that. It changed the game for him.
Yeah.
And like it brought a whole new element. It put him up here.
Yeah.
On Take Care. And Hove, I'm probably going with the Blueprint.
Okay. I ain't mad at
Blueprint
that.
or the Black Album. Shit. So it's one of them two.
Yeah.
Sure. Damn.
Okay.
So I got to pick from them 6. I got 2 from each of them. It is probably gonna be the Blueprint, So Far Gone, and the Drought 3.
Facts. Okay. Who is your top 5 like rappers right now? Current rappers right now? I know Wayne's still rapping, but like the younger generation.
Younger generation. Yeah, I'll be sleeping on some of these guys. I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
But like Baby is it for me right now. Like it's Lil Baby is on. He got it going. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Shorty. Gunna.
Yeah.
I like Gunna. I kind of like Roddy Ricch. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Man, they dropped none in so long though.
Yeah, he ain't dropped none. I mean, it ain't been that long, but I guess to people it's like
that's fans
they want to hear it.
thirsty.
Like they want to hear it. So because it ain't been too long.
Yeah.
But I kind of like Roddy. What I heard from him.
Okay.
Was that 3? Who else out there? I get some Chicago love, Herbo.
Yeah.
I like some stuff. I won't even listen to more of him, but I like stuff. Give me somebody else. That's young.
Dirt.
And I like Dirk. Give me somebody else. Like
Dirt.
NBA,
you like NBA YoungBoy?
No, can't stand him. Some of the high school guys, they love him. I can't stand him. I got 2 songs on my phone by him.
Yeah.
But there's some more chiller stuff. Like he talking about something versus a lot of stuff I hear him. He just be screaming and yelling like.
All right, so you like Meek Mill?
Yeah. Oh, we can definitely put. If you was counting, I was thinking like some of these young guys, but for sure Meek.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you can go Meek. You can go Rod. You like Rod Wave?
I ain't heard enough yet.
Okay.
But Meek for sure in there. That did it.
Okay.
And Dirk could probably be 6. Dirk could probably fit that 6 or something like that. But for Meek, Meek fucking around be before Baby. Like.
Yeah, Meek different. Yeah,
Meek probably be before Baby for me. I ain't know I can include him, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice somebody's ever gave you before, bro?
The best piece of advice. I'm gonna go. It's something that one of my college coaches said. John Gross. That I'm trying to remember what exactly it was because I talk about it all the time, but it might be something Coach Ty said. Slaughter. I forget when exactly he said it. If it was while I was in high school, was it as an adult? He was just like, you can, the best way to be unsuccessful is trying to please everybody else.
Facts.
Is it the best way to be unsuccessful? And took that to heart because I'm the nice guy. And I always was. I always, try to make other people happy on and off the court, just in life. But if you're not making yourself happy, you know what I'm saying, you doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
So I've done that in basketball, done that in relationships, other stuff like that. So you got to take care of yourself before you help other people. And trying to satisfy everybody, even though you may want to, you can't do it.
Yeah.
So you live and you learn based off that, but you got to stay the course if you want to try to be successful in whatever that you're doing. So that's probably that hit home for me as an adult and as an entrepreneur and all that. So that hit home.
Facts. And then the last question I got for you, Brody, is, who do you think I should have on here next? You know what I'm saying? If it's somebody you cool with that I'm not cool with, just plug me with them, get them on here, tell their story, motivate, stuff like that.
And I would go with somebody that would be good would be one Sam Thompson. That's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
My right hand, he went to Whitney Young with me. He played at Ohio State.
I think I hit him before he went across the water, but I think he said he was kind of busy at the moment or something like that. It was a minute.
I talked to him. He ain't doing nothing, man. I talked to him every day. He ain't doing nothing. There's a problem, let me know. I'll tell him to get over
Yeah.
here, man. He ain't doing much, but Sam
Yeah.
is a good one. He in Italy right now.
Okay.
So that time zone might hit different, but we'll see. I'm sure it'd be interesting to have Marcus Jordan. That Marcus is a tough guy to get into. I got
Yeah.
it's some interesting stories with Marcus. Marcus was my roommate a lot of times when we was in high school. We was on the road and all them trips, so it's some
Okay.
interesting stories.
Go and spill the beans, bro. Because
No,
now that you mentioned it, now I forgot all about, bro.
yeah, no, it's a tough man. It's stories with crazy girl incidents, crazy
Oh,
girl
okay. Yeah.
stories,
Never mind.
incidents on the road and stuff
Yeah.
like
Never
that.
mind, then.
We all had our little fun time. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. But it was definitely some interesting stuff, and he played a big part in getting us that championship ring that year. So we
So
owe
let
him
me
a
ask you
lot.
this. Now that you brought that up, I actually forgot about that. When bro came there,
Mhm.
what was your mindset at that moment? And you know what I'm saying, playing with him, how was that?
That changed the game for us.
Hmm.
No doubt about it. And we were gonna do it anyway, but it
Yeah.
brought a whole nother level to the situation, no doubt about it. So now you got Mike at the game sitting courtside.
Yeah.
You got now we automatically. I think that when he came, it was my sophomore year.
Hmm.
We was number one in the state. So Whitney Young ain't planning on doing that, that early. So that he changed that. He didn't change that. The collection of us changed that. But on the national scale, everywhere we went, we had everybody, all over us. And mainly because of, what I'm saying, that Jordan name.
Yeah.
And wanting to see him, the fans want to see him, and da da da. And it brought a lot more attention just to us in general.
Yeah.
And so it changed the scope of things. And so it was big time. It was
Yeah.
big time, and people give Marcus a lot of stuff, but he was a good player in his own right, like really good. He could be playing professional ball right now.
Yeah.
I won't say NBA, but I just mean making money, whether it be overseas. He could definitely be making good money. He
Yeah.
was good enough.
Yeah.
But people give him a lot of heat just because he wasn't his father. But
Yeah.
no, that's a Division I player in his own right. Like he
Right.
averaged 15 as a junior at Central Florida.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, not many people doing that.
Yeah. And it's
So
funny because somebody put it in the comments. I forgot. He had a bodyguard. I forgot. I think. Okay. So I was born and raised in Aurora, but then I moved to Oak Park. I was in Oak Park. Went to OPRF all the way from my fifth grade year to my
okay,
junior year. So and the school I moved back to Aurora and went to East Aurora. Like
okay,
the school. Ryan Borack went to. That's
yeah,
how I
yeah.
came. And they had a tournament there, and my pop said, a whole bunch of people just started storming the gym for some reason. He was like, like, what's going on? And he said, Marcus Jordan walked in the gym. He had like two bodyguards with him. And I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, to a game? He was like, son, to a game. He was like, he ain't want nobody, like, he had two of them. Want nobody going up to him for nothing. Like, and I was like, was Mike there at least? He was like, nah, just him. I'm just like, damn, to a
No.
game, bro. Like, you can't, what I'm saying?
Everybody,
It's
man, we
respect to
had
do, but
bodyguards, man. We had people around us at that time. He had a
yeah,
personal bodyguard at that time.
yeah,
Not really for school, but we know extracurricular activities,
yeah,
games and other stuff. So that was
yeah,
always there. And then when Mike came, he probably had Charles Oakley with him too, but he also had bodyguards.
yeah,
Um, so it was interesting. It was crazy. Like, let me
yeah,
throw this Michael Jordan story in here.
yeah.
Um, so that junior year, I said we won state.
Okay.
But the Final Four game we played Thornton. They had actually won 27 straight games before we beat them.
Damn.
They lost the first one. Reggie Smith and them. They lost it was my Mac Urban Fire teammate too.
Mm-hmm.
Later that year, but they lost the first game of the season, won 27 straight before they get to us, and we beat them downstate. Everybody jumping around, screaming like we going in the ship. Da da da. Mike come in the room. Hey man, everybody sit the fuck down. Y'all ain't won shit yet. Fuck y'all doing. And everybody was just silent. Silent. Like nobody said a word the rest of the night. Like the rest of the
Damn.
night. And Marcus is my roommate, so it wasn't shit going on in there. Like
Oh, he already knew what to do. He was
yeah,
like,
it was, you know what I'm saying? The job wasn't done yet. You got
yeah,
the man who we talking about running 6 rings and all that, like ain't lost in the finals. We in the finals. We in the state championship. it ain't over yet. The job wasn't finished, and we went
Dang.
out and finished it. We finished the job the next night. But it was like it was special, just that moment.
Yeah.
Um, just like the man, and then he came the next day, and kind of a little celebrated with us just a little bit. So,
Yeah.
but it was cool.
And
But to
that's
hear
dope.
that, like, it was like, man, you took that to heart.
Yeah.
You didn't say a word.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Cause not everybody get a close up experience with Mike like that. You know what I'm saying? So to have that moment with him, bro, I know you cherish
No,
that for life.
no, for sure, that was a big one. And I had been playing against Marcus as a kid forever,
Uh
and
huh.
seeing Mike and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a tough one. That was a close one right there. That was a close moment to take that in. So we were supposed to have a movie on that whole season, but I don't know what happened. But it
Yeah.
was special. But you brought up the bodyguard.
Yeah.
It was it just made me think of a moment. So that same year, early that year, Barack had got elected early
Mm-hmm.
that year. And so we go to myself, Sam Thompson, and another guy we had, J.R. Reynolds. We got invited to go play ball with Barack that morning. So it was like
Damn.
on election day, the day he got elected.
Damn, how that
It was
happened?
like
Is it some
November '08.
connect?
It was like
Look, my bad,
person.
bro. Don't get your connects away, bro. My
No, no,
bad.
no,
My
no. It
bad.
was already cracking, man. We can talk about it.
Okay, I don't want you to throw your connects under the bus.
It was personal connections.
Okay.
Also, I was getting recruited. No, I had already committed to Oregon State. Remember, and I told you that's my coach's brother-in-law. Barack is my
Okay,
coach.
yeah, you're right. You did say that. Okay.
So I committed at the time. Yeah, I had just committed, and so we got the invite. Cover school. I left school early to go. Left school like halfway through. We hooping at Barack with Barack at Quest. We pull up. Man, it's a tank sitting outside the door at Quest.
I can't hear you, bro.
Oh damn, my fault, my
There
fault.
you go.
But I'm saying they sitting on the tank, locked and loaded, ready for
On the
anything to
tank,
jump.
bro.
Like I've never, man. Look, it was scary, but it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying. You understand what's going on. And like this the morning before the first election time. So this like the historical day, first
Yeah.
black president. So this is huge. And I didn't think about it like that at the time, but like when I look back, I'm like, this is special. To be able to do this, and then so we go in. They checking us down, patting us down, doing everything, all necessary steps. So, but after that, it was just a fun day. Just hooping with him. Barack, he can hoop a little bit. They talk about it like he all right. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah.
to you, he all right. We was giving him some business though, but he all
Yeah.
right. But he got fouled hard one time.
That's what I was
Jim,
gonna say. I hope nobody found that man hard. It's over for
he
you.
got fouled hard one time and fell. The gym stopped. Well, I almost broke my neck looking at the people looking at the people in the corners. I was so scared, but everybody stopped. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm sure everybody wasn't scared, but they just making sure you're all right. But I was like, oh shit.
Yo.
But hey, it is what it is. I got a picture from that day, like on my Instagram.
uh,
And I'm sitting right next to him in the picture. But it was just a hell of a moment. You know what I'm saying? So to go back and think about it, and then seeing him get elected that night, first black president, it was special for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
he came to cover our games in college as well, and
uh-huh.
we went to the White House every year. We also had Thanksgiving dinner in the White House my junior year, but we also
Damn,
toured it
bro.
every year.
Look, we gotta talk about all this, bro. Come on, man. I ain't know you had these good of a stories, my guy.
Oh, it's a bunch, man. I ain't gonna lie to
So
you. It's a bunch.
all that happened through the connections of going to Oregon State.
Pretty much, yeah.
So what came about? Was it just you that went to the dinner, or was it the whole team, or was
No,
it
no, no. Thanksgiving dinner. So we had it as a team. We always played a game on the East Coast around Thanksgiving.
okay?
Um, we always did that for him to go do that, to go have him come to a game and then go tour the White House, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah. So we did that first and sophomore year. We played Howard one year
Okay.
at Howard. Played at Howard, then we played at Towson, another East Coast school, like in Maryland.
Okay.
And so he came to those. Then junior year, I think we had played at the Garden in New York. And so then we went over to DC and we had Thanksgiving dinner in the White House around that time. So,
Damn. How
so
was
that
that?
was special.
Yeah.
That was a big time moment too.
Damn, bro. You got a bunch of stories, man. I didn't know you
It's
had stories like
it's
this,
a
my
bunch.
guy.
It's a bunch, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people say I get a lot of heat because I don't talk about some of the things I've done and the people I've met or places I've been. I don't talk a lot enough about it. I get a lot of heat for that because I'm kind of a real humble guy, but
Yeah.
it's
You
certain
seem like
things.
you real private too. You know what I'm saying?
I am for the most part, like just real chill, real laid back, kind of keep to myself, but people around me be like, man, you need to speak to these, tell these kids what you did, like who you are, like,
Yeah.
but I don't even look at it like that, but I just like being able to be in a position to tell the stories back and get back the experiences.
Facts. And then one quick question before I let you go. I don't want to have you on here too long.
Good.
When you finally, so when you was hooping, was the eye injury kind of what made you transition into being like a, you know what I'm saying, like a professional trainer? Or was it just like, like I don't want to say like, okay, so do you still hoop on the regular? I don't want to say you like stop hooping, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you didn't just stop hooping. But like what made you pretty much change your life into being like a trainer now?
One, I just got tired of going overseas. It wasn't the eye injury.
Yeah.
I still
Okay.
played,
Mm-hmm.
4 seasons after that, 3 or 4.
Okay.
So it wasn't that. It was just by 2019, I just got tired of it. It's a grind. That playing overseas, it's not la la land. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's a tough bargain. People's experiences are better than others, but I had some good ones. I had some bad ones. I was just tired of going over there.
Yeah.
And I had other aspirations. So the training thing kind of came spur of the moment, to be honest. Just being like, what can I do to, be around the game and put money in my pocket. So it just clicked.
Yeah. It was a no-brainer for you.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer. I didn't think it was could, what I'm saying? It's doing, my business is doing well right now. I like the guys that I'm working with, all levels. So the young guys all the way up to the pros. My favorite probably like the high school age guys. So I like those a lot. And the pros, of course, I really like that. But that it just transitioned just because I didn't want to go over there anymore. And also I'm working on a development here in my neighborhood to kind of put an entertainment complex over here. So it's a couple different things I'm working on that I wanted to be here for.
Yeah.
And, just tired of being home. Ever since high school, it had been like 10 years since I was really, really in Chicago.
Yeah.
So it was just time.
Facts. Okay. Man, my guy, bro, I really appreciate you coming on, man, spilling, some of the stories. The other ones you kind of left us high and dry. No, I was messing with you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to A Will for setting this up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of my favorite ones I've done so far.
No, I appreciate it, man. Any other questions, man, you can hit me by anything. Or if you got any more, you can ask me right now. I ain't tripping.
Man, I can't think of none right now, but if I can think about something, I'm sure I'm going to shoot you a text like, hey, bro, what happened on this moment? But like I said, my guy, man, I really appreciate you, bro. Keep doing your thing. Much love to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna text you after this, bro. We're gonna chop it up, you know what I'm saying? But much success to you, bro. Keep grinding, all love for me.
Keep doing your thing on here too, man. I appreciate you having me.
All right, bro. Love.
All right.